everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at two new entries in the Ultra Action figure line. We have Ultraman Zero Beyond and Ultraman X. I really like the Ultra Action figure line. They're kind of a nice alternative to Figuart, something like that, because they're a lot cheaper, but they're obviously a lot more detailed and posable than vinyl dolls, so they're kind of a nice in-between point between those two lines, which were previously like the only way to get representation of Ultraman characters. So this is kind of a nice middle ground for people on a budget. Taking a look first at Ultraman Zero Beyond. I feel like his head's a little big. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it'll be better out of the packaging. I don't know. It just seems a little large. Not quite sure what it is. On the back, most of that warning stuff we don't care about. A couple of random poses there. These guys don't have features. They're not gimmick figures like Ryder. They're just nice posable action figures. Here's X. X is looking fantastic. Really like that gold on the chest of the figure there. It really pops. Again, just a couple of random poses here. So let's go ahead. Let's get these two guys out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Here they are out of the packaging. I really love the color scheme for Zero Beyond. I think the purple and the blue really works well. I still feel like the head's a little big. I mean, just showing them next to X. X has like a normal size head. Beyond's got a little bit larger. Not completely out of place, but just a little bit bigger than you would expect. Maybe what he's going beyond is normal head size. But they have really nice articulation. Head is on a ball joint. You have an out to the side as well as rotation here in the shoulder. Hindered a little bit by the shoulder pad, but still can get a good range of motion there. You have a bicep swivel, 90 degrees in the elbow. You have a wrist swivel, and then you have two sets of fingers. You can see like that, so you have some posability there. Nothing in the waist, out to the front, out to the side. Can't really go far back because of the butt skirt. No thigh swivel. That is one thing that they have kind of done away with. Same thing with the Rider Kicks figures. They don't do thigh swivels anymore. Not really sure why. I guess they just determined they weren't needed. Budgetary thing. But 90 degrees there in the knee, and then you have a ball joint in the ankle. So I think they're a good range of motion. I think they really are. I love the paint scheme. Nothing on the back as far as paint goes, but that's kind of to be expected. But the purple and the blue on the front really, really look good. So I like that quite a bit. I tried to put him in that kind of beam pose that they do a lot of times when they fire that Kosen. Can't quite fit it, but it's pretty close. He's got all the same articulation that I just showed you on Zero Beyond. But I love that gold and the metallic blue there on the torso. I think that's really sharp, really pops, and I like that quite a bit. So I really appreciate that. Otherwise, I feel like they really have a nice amount of paint applications, nice amount of articulation. I mean, for what they are, I really think they're good figures. These are usually around $15, $20 a piece before shipping. I would say they're 5.5 inches tall. For a little size comparison, here is a Rider Kick figure. You can see that they're definitely taller than Rider Kick figures, but they're like just a hair shorter than, say, like a Marvel Legend or something like that. So it's kind of nice. They're kind of in this in-between where you could put them with either figure and they don't look super ridiculous. Like, obviously, you know, they're taller than these guys, but they're Ultramen, so I feel like that makes sense. But at the same time, if you wanted to pose them with, say, like Marvel Legends normal 6-inch figures, they don't look too out of place, which is kind of cool. Now, obviously, they don't have as much articulation as one of those figures, but they're also not the same price as one of those figures. So, I don't know. I feel like Bandai Japan is still trying to figure out action figures. I would love them to get kind of a consistent size and just do everything Sentai, Rider, Ultraman all in the same size class. I feel like these are fine for Ultra Action figures. You can keep these and they scale decently well with the Rider Kicks. I would love them to start doing Sentai figures and have them scale with the Rider Kick figures. That would be fantastic. I definitely recommend both of these. I think they look fantastic. I love the color scheme and the paint applications on both. Like I said, articulation is pretty much par for the course for the Ultra Action figure. That line has been pretty consistent as far as articulation and stuff goes, but every one of the figures I've picked up so far I've really enjoyed. Oh, I did want to mention quick, there was a Ginga that was also part of this wave. I passed on it personally because I already had a previous Ginga figure from the Ginga line back in the day that you could change from, I think, Ginga to Ginga S. So he was part of this wave as well, so if you're looking for him, he should also be available. I'm sure the level of quality is on par with these two. I'm sure it has the same points of articulation, and I'm sure the detailing and paint on it are also good. So if you don't have a representation of Ginga, I would say probably go ahead and pick that up as well. If I didn't already have one, I definitely would have grabbed that as well, but since I already had one, I didn't want to double up. But yeah, both of these guys are great. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.